no doors are me. The time to prepare for Premiership League is here. Blues are me, here we go. Ale, 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 ale. When Premiership calls, time records the victory in us. To win or lose, yo, not be the only thing. Not the way we play, yo. You know, shake koko. This is the chance we go take win league. This is the chance we go take win league. Reaching for the top, oh, is our aim. We are the pride of London. Blue is the color. Football is the game. Winning is our aim. To be number one, oh, we go run like the wind. Winning again and again. Reaching higher, 'cause sky is blue. This is what we want to in this season. We want Chelsea to the win, but we've got to give it all. Ariwo ayọ̀ lágbàlá Chelsea, ariwo ìdùnnú o lágbàlá Chelsea. Blues army, ṣé you don dey feel am? Blues army, ṣé you don dey feel it? 'Cause if we feel it, the world is at our feet. Arsenal no fit yo, Liverpool no fit, no one fit hold us down. Every we want it. We got the power to win, power to rule. Come on, Chelsea. Forever we shall stand. United we stand. Divided we fall. No matter the situation. We will never stop, 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 stop. Till we are top, 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 top. We will never stop, 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 stop. Till we are top, 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 top. Relegation is now a portion. Blue is the color, football is the game. Winning is high, is high. Relegation is now a portion. Blue is the color, football is the game. Winning is high, is high. No matter what we defend, Chelsea is the name. We are the pride of London. No matter how we dey suffer, you know me say I go stop being alone. Hello, in the world of English clubs, there is something to explore. The trophies they are collected. Some clubs, oh, they struggle to win all. But Chelsea to conquer every feat. Chelsea ni baba iyala win. Eko kolo win Champions League no. Sorry to all Arsenal fans, you got some catching up to do. Oh Chelsea, you have won them all. Arsenal fans don't be so long. So now we go only to soccer. Hello, in the world of English clubs, there is something to explore. The trophies they are collected. Some clubs, oh, they struggle to win all. But Chelsea to conquer every feat. Chelsea ni baba iyala win. Eko kolo win Champions League no. Sorry to all Arsenal fans, you got some catching up to do. Oh Chelsea, you have won them all. Arsenal fans don't be so long. So now we go only to soccer. Philadelphia, Akuaba, to Chelsea. Come on. Philadelphia, Akuaba, to Chelsea. Come on. Philadelphia, Akuaba. In the heart of the pitch, where dreams ignite, a rising star emerges, shining so bright. Romeo Lavia,
A name we don't know.
born with a passion for the beautiful game. A journey of talent, ambition and flame.
From Benji Roots
To Ghana's pride, from Southampton shores to Stamford Bridge. Akuaba, Akuaba, to Jesse, Romeo Lafia, Akuaba, to Jesse, Romeo Lafia, Akuaba, Ọmọ Káàbọ̀, Akuaba, Ọmọ Káàbọ̀, Romeo, Akuaba, Ọmọ Káàbọ̀, Romeo, Akuaba, Ọmọ Káàbọ̀, Romeo Lafia, Akuaba, Ọmọ Káàbọ̀ sí Chelsea, Akuaba, Ọmọ Káàbọ̀ sí Chelsea, Akuaba, Romeo, Ọmọ Lafia,
Jesse fans, Akuaba to you.
Liverpool score, a tempting sand, AFT beat, they sought to band.
Romeo Lafia, Joe Jesse score. When legends are made.
Where tattoos are won, Romeo Lafia, Akuaba to you, Romeo Lafia, Okabo, Romeo Lafia, you are welcome, gbogbo ọmọ Chelsea, wọ́n ṣe Akuaba, gbogbo ọmọ Chelsea, wọ́n ní kí ẹ, wọ́n kí ẹ, wọ́n ṣe Akuaba, you are welcome, Romeo Lafia, you are welcome to Stamford Bridge, Akuaba, Romeo Lafia, Akuaba, Romeo Lafia, Okabo, Romeo Lafia, Okabo, Romeo, you are welcome, Romeo. In Chelsea Blue, you took this thing. Unkuku, our star, with all your might. As we defy your precision magic, any injury, come. Your skills and grace, a joy to behold. With every touch, you turn us bold. Though you are injured, we can't forget you. With each passing day, our chest goes strong. You will be back before long. Nítorí akọni ni ẹ́, akọni no dey slack ṣojo. Nkuku gbéra ńlẹ̀, we dey wait for you. Nkuku, you will be back before long. Nítorí akọni ni ẹ́, akọni no dey slack ṣojo. Nkuku gbéra ńlẹ̀, we dey wait for you. In Chelsea Blue, you took this day. Nkuku, our star, with all your might. As we defy your precision magic, any injury, come. Your skills and grace, a joy to behold. With every touch, you turn us bold. Though you are injured, we can't forget you. With each passing day, our chest grows strong. You will be back before long. Nítorí akọni ni ẹ́, akọni no dey slack ṣojo. Nkuku gbéra ńlẹ̀, we dey wait for you. Christopher Nkuku, you will be back before long. Nítorí akọni ni ẹ́, akọni no dey slack ṣojo. Nkuku gbéra ńlẹ̀, we dey wait for you.
Yeah, it is good. It is good. It is good. It is good to win. To taste that win again after a long time. After after three poor performances, at the go, and we've recorded a new win. Well, in my own diary, I do not have small win. I do not have big win. A win is a win. Victory is victory. So I don't have small victory. I don't have what big victory. I want to greet everyone who is online with me. I want to firstly recognize my brother, Mr. Tijani Aremo. Mr. Tijani Aremo is one of the sport journalists in Nigeria. So it's very, very inviting for me to see him uh, with me in this live broadcast. I also want to recognize Oladejo Samuel, Ahmed Apraku, Ibrahim Mansare, Wisdom, Alexander Dominion Kate, Michael Mohammed, Shibabawe Arvenatu, then Raf Il. Uh, you know, it's good. It's good to have a taste of win again after after our previous poor performances. But it's good to taste victory again. Victory is sweet, and I'm very, very happy. I think one of my takeaways from this match is that Pochettino needs to stick with the boys he used for this match. You can't disagree with me, but I maintain it. Today, even though they miss chances like the way they usually do, there was fluidity in the match. The left flank was not so blank. The right flank was not so blank. There was fluidity. Everybody was just there. Passes were coming from nowhere, from this. And Casedo now, at least you can see what Casedo is doing now. All of you can see what Casedo is doing. Oh, Mr. Tijani as well. Mr. Tijani said Casedo has started to be shining. I agree with that. If you see some killer passes that Casedo was giving, oh my God. Oh, Mr. Carlos has come. Pochettino, today you did great. Hopefully you saw that playing Enzo, Gallagher, and Casedo with 5 defenders would never give us goals. I mean, it's like there is 7 defensive players already on the pitch. One of the 3 must be a substitute. Sanchez has always been outstanding ever since he signed. Palmer, what a player. How he doesn't start, I don't know why. We need more attacking players on the pitch. And Cucurella, what a player, fighting spirit. I will just leave Mr. Carlos' comment there. Thank you, Mr. Carlos. I like that because Mr. Carlos, talk about a lot of things. So I will be pulling out some points, and I will be also be fleshing those points. What Mr. Carlos wrote was actually interesting, and I think it was so clear that Mr. Carlos watched that match. The only thing that I think is there. Like I was saying before, I read Mr. Carlos' comment. Pochettino needs to stick with these players that he used today. One of those players that really stood out from me, number one, was Palmer. Palmer stood out. That guy is a baller. Hey, that guy is a baller. He's flexible. He gives passes. See the way, and he was the one that even provided assist to for Jackson. The guy is so flexible. He's so. Oh God, that guy is playing. I think they should just leave him. He should be starting. Palmer should be starting. Honestly, Palmer should be starting. So you could see, to tell you the truth, I did not feel that Enzo was not even in the match. I didn't feel it that Enzo was not in the match. I didn't feel it. Casedo was all over. Casedo was all over, and was doing that dirty, he was doing that dirty jobs. And to tell you the truth, Cucurella, please don't let us underrate this guy. Of course, there were some few small mistake he was making, but he has fighting spirit. Cucurella has fighting spirit. One thing I saw about him today is that he was coming back. He was coming back. It wasn't easy for Chiwa. Of course, Chiwa is a great player, but Chiwa could not do what Cucurella did today. No, he won't be able to do that. Even with a few mistakes that Cucurella was making. Thank God Man City is no more in Carabao. What happened? Okay, they are out of Carabao. I never knew. I didn't even know that Man City is out. So, if you see,
Blues, ale, here we go. Ale, we go celebrate. Ale. It is a preseason time. It is a preseason time. No darling, rara, go Blues Army. The time to prepare for Premiership League is here. Blues Army, here we go. Ale. When Premiership calls, time records the victory in us. To win or lose, not be the only thing. Not the way we play, you know, shake koko. This is the chance we go take win league. This is the chance we go take win league. Reaching for the top, is our aim. We are the pride of London. Blue is the color. Football is the game. Winning is our aim. To be number one, we go run like the wind. Winning again and again. Reaching higher. Cause sky is blue. This is what we want in this season. We want Chelsea to the win, but we've got to give it all. Ariwo ayọ̀ lágbàlá Chelsea. Ariwo ìdùnnú lágbàlá Chelsea. Blues Army, ṣé you don dey feel am? Blues Army, ṣé you don dey feel it? Cause if we feel it, the world is at our feet. Arsenal no fit, Liverpool no fit. No one fit hold on down. Every league we want it. Here we go, Blues Army. Ale. Here we go. Ale. We go celebrate. Ale.
yeah, we're back from that short breaking transmission. I'm always a fan of Cucurella. I know it's not everyone that likes that guy. That guy has a fighting spirit that is not very common among the players in our squad. Of course, he makes some few mistakes, but what gives me joy is that this guy, he comes back, he covers up. Mr. Carlos is saying something here. Cucurella was superb. He single-handedly pocketed Mitoma despite playing out of position. Let's build on this. And that's what I'm saying. We need to build on this. Please, let's keep sharing. We have to build on this because Hey, the queen of Chelsea is here. Queen Oba Ama Samoa is here. Hey, hey, Mr. Biodun is here. Longest time. Mr. Biodun is here. Longest time. Good to see you here. We need to build on this. I do not know whether Liverpool eventually won their match, but Leicester City was leading them in the first half. Queen Obama Samoa said, I can now have a good sleep. The boys will not throw banter and tantrums at you. In fact, I can now go and what and eat. You know, I can go and eat now. Uh, it's good. There's no, like I've said when I there's no small win. There's no small win. There's no big win. Cucurella tried a lot because he's left Bubola and managed to stop Mitoma. Yes. And that was what Mr. Carlos also said. Mr. Carlos, someone also has corroborated what you just said earlier. Mr. Tijani Aremo also has corroborated what Mr. Carlos Kutafin said. Cucurella tried a lot because he's left footballer and managed to stop Mitoma. Yes, that guy was just coming back. You could see that. We could see some errors. But what was giving me joy was that Cucurella was what coming back. Okay, Liverpool won by 3 goals to 1 because I think they're supposed to win. They're supposed to win. They're supposed to win because it's our only focus on our own game. But during the first half, I checked all the results and I could see that okay, they were leading. Liverpool. So Olatinwa Ademola has something to say here. If we can be more solid today at the weekend, we don't have problem. And it's clear Nicola Jackson is our new Drogba. We just need to create more passes and chances. And Enzo can help us with those passes and assists. We really miss Nkuku. Yes. I believe Jackson has a lot of things to do, great things to do in Chelsea. We just need to give him time. Of course, including me, we are impatient. We are impatient, including me. We are impatient. Because I recall when Drogba came to Chelsea in 2004, 2005 season, it didn't click straight away. It was just like this. And everybody was saying, what are we going to buy in the French league? How are you, Afolan Agbenga? Prince Pemu Jackson will do great things. Just give him time. Yes, I now agree. I have said it before, but people, it will get to a particular time, your patience will be tested. I don't pray for people to go through problems whereby their patience will be tested. Our patience has been tested, but all the problems that we have faced in Chelsea. But like I've said earlier, because I came online earlier before the match, and what I told everyone was that we should calm down. We should calm down. We should calm down. And I thank God that everything worked well, and it worked in our favor. Diego Costa clicked immediately, but it didn't last long. Oh, that's true. That's true. Olatinwa Ademola said that Diego Costa clicked immediately, but it didn't last long. So we have to be patient. Yes. Drogba didn't click immediately. Yes. You could go back to our history. Drogba didn't click. In fact, Drogba clicked the following season. That was when Drogba clicked. Drogba didn't click in that season. Drogba clicked the following season, and the rest is history. Avulan Agbenga said today's game was a fantastic one, especially from the former Britain players. Cucurella was fantastic today. Kalaga Martin, I saw a lot of positive vibe today. You have you don't Benga, you don't even talk about Casedo. You didn't see what Casedo was doing. Personally, I will praise Ugochukwu ahead of Casedo in today's match. For me, I will praise Casedo so much. Ugochukwu nearly got red carded, and that would have finished our game again. Ugochukwu nearly and meanwhile that, after that offense, he was not being careful. He wasn't putting 100% like the way he was putting before. So because in fact he was also afraid that he would get the red card. Thank God that the referee was lenient. That referee was lenient for that offense. He nearly got it because he went with his leg. Thank God. Yes, this is another important thing that Mr. Carlos said. Sterling must start from the bench. Yes, I agree. I agree. Sterling must start from the bench. He wouldn't pass the ball to Jackson if he was in that position. Sterling is the problem. He's not good enough. Ask Mr. Carlos, let's ask ourselves some important questions. Let's ask ourselves some important questions. What is still in the league that Sterling has not won? Let's ask ourselves. Any question. What is it remaining in the league that Sterling has not won? With Man City or Liverpool? So he doesn't have a stake. That's why he just what? He moves around the way he moves. And that's the reason why maybe they need to sell him because Chelsea pays him, fat salary. So he doesn't have any stake. Honestly, I agree with what Mr. Carlos said. Yes. Honestly, Mr. Tijani, Ugochukwu was lucky. Ugochukwu was lucky. That action deserved that red card, to be frank. I said it. I said, I was so afraid. I shouted. I said, oh, another red card. But when I saw what the referees did, I said, thank God, thank God. Thank God. No, Ugochukwu needs to be one. Skepta draw. Good evening, everyone. It's obvious that this victory more or less does good to the supporter that we are, but we will be even happier if our player behave like this in the Premier League. Yes, they will want to behave like this. It is the coach selection that also will matter. For me, I believe that coach normally stick to the winning team. So I expect our coach to stick with this winning team. See what do you know, Francis? Francis. It be like say you be witch. Do you know that was what I wanted to say? Do you know that that's what I wanted to say? That this Francis comment. I wanted to ask that why does Pochettino bench that Maeste? I don't know why he benches him. That guy is supposed to be playing full match. He's mobile. He's very good. He's giving good passes. Don't worry. We don't care whether you are wrong with the wrong spelling. One thing is that we understand. One reason I think Sterling is still doing in Chelsea is because of his experience in the EPL. Most of our forward players are still young. I guess I'm right. Let me tell you which experience is he bringing to our squad. Which experience? Sterling has not been consistent. He will play very well today, and the next match he will play rubbish. Please, let's keep sharing this live broadcast. Let's keep sharing. 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 What is the experience that is bringing to the team? I've not seen any experience that Sterling is bringing because he's is lukewarm today. It's lukewarm today. It will be all tomorrow. Uh, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Carlos. We don't need to be emotional about this. You know, before me, I like the way Gallagher came in. Understand? And Sterling came in later. That match, our boys, the start selection was okay for me because I could see passes coming from both left and right flanks. There was fluidity. There was fluidity. Palmer was, and Casedo was working. Even, do you know? I never knew that Enzo even was not in the match. I was saying it earlier that I didn't even know that Enzo was not in that match. Of course, I posted even the lineup, but I didn't feel the absence of Enzo. I have to tell you the truth because those uh, those guys, they were up to this task. They were up to the task. They were coming. They were going out. They were falling back. You know, going forward, falling back. Going forward, falling back. I didn't even know that Enzo was not there. Yes, I know. I know he came back. He came in the second half, but I'm talking about the first half. The fluidity of that first half was heavenly. Was heavenly. Was heavenly. I wish Pochettino will stick to this. That I am messing. Messing. I mean, what do they call him? He deserves to start. Thank you. Another one has supported what you said, Mr. Carlos, that Sterling should start from the bench and Palmer should start until Nkuku return. We have to believe in ourselves because we are playing good football. Yes. That Palmer na bola. That Palmer na bola. That Palmer na bola. Sterling should start from the bench and Palmer should start until yes. Okay, Maxim, yeah. Yeah. That Maxim, no. No. He deserved to start the match. That's the truth. The guy is mobile, the guy is fast, the guy was passing well. What do we need? And the guy can shoot. The guy can score. No, Casedo, we are not getting used to Casedo now. Casedo play well. Casedo play well. My boy play well today. Play well. He was a solid rock at the back. And those tackles, those duels, nah. We have not even enjoyed him. We have not even enjoyed him. Our boys, they will perform. Yes, yes, we've talked about that. Jackson is good. He just, I think now the combination of Jackson and Palmer, wow, is cool. They should not pair Jackson with Sterling. No. If they pair Jackson with Sterling, Sterling will not give Jackson pass. That's the truth. Sterling will not give him pass. And now, until Nkuku comes back, Palmer should be supporting what Jackson. That should be because that was what I saw. I saw in our match with Brighton. Palmer was just looking for him. Palmer was, if the goals come, Palmer will score. But it was just like a partner to Jackson today. I know. Cucurella deserve to be used in to deserve to start. Honestly, if Pochettino want to get it right, Pochettino should know that they normally stick to a winning team. Me, I like this selection. I didn't even want to. Do you know that I never even bother? I never even bothered to look at the formation. Maybe it was, but I think maybe it was 3-4-3. Maybe it was 3-4-3, but I don't think it's 4-2-3-1. No. Maybe it was 3-4-3. I didn't even bother because I, I don't need to bother because I could see. Afolayan finished you well. Some people will not agree with you, Afolayan Benga, but I will agree with you. I will agree with you about Chiwell. But many people will not agree with you about Chiwell because they love him. Nkuku and Jackson, they connect well. And the connection of Nkuku and Jackson is what I'm now seeing in Palmer and Jackson. The problem that Jackson is having is that he overworks himself. He overworks himself, and when it now comes for him to now score, then he will either what fall down or what overrun. So, but today we could see that this guy Nabola, it's just that we have not got it right. We have still not got it right in terms of what the connection. They are bonding now. They are connecting. They are bonding. They are connecting. I guess we are getting the money we paid for the talents then, no doubt, but in this time. Yes, you are right, Olatunwo Ademola. You are right. We could I could see there was a particular guy who advised Pochettino to use Modric for the next 5 games. That he will see the best in Modric. That he should at least he should give him play time to get himself back, especially to work on his confidence. Ali is there. Doctor, I'm very much excited with today's match. Despite that Chelsea won the match, but I like the Chelsea players' performances. Take a look at the second goal that Jackson scored. Very clean goal, but the linesman disallowed it unnecessarily. What I observed from the game was that today's referee wasn't like Chelsea. But God loves us. Didn't like Chelsea, but God loves us. If not, we could have lost the match. And Doctor, I want to ask you whether Christopher Nkoko is back. Because 40 minutes before the match, I saw his name from the sub. Yes, he is actually he's back to training, but he's not fully fit. Yes, he's back to training, but he's not fully fit. Hopefully, we'll come back towards the end of next month or November. But for me, it's I feel that it's good for him to really undergo that rehabilitation better till December. So, but he's yes, you get it, you get it. With that, Ijani, we will see the best of. Yes, I agree with you, Yanolua. Uh, yeah, Galagai. When we started this season, I said it. I said Galaga is Eruku, is machine, midfield machine. That's Galaga. Is midfield machine. You see when he enter, see this is the way he was collecting ball. He was tackling anything anything tackable. He was tackling it. So I agree with you, Mr. Tijani. Galaga is another player Chelsea need in difficult game because of his skill. Yes, the guy is good. He's a machine. Eruku ni. In Yoruba, we say Eruku. Eruku. I don't know. I don't know which kind of English I can give that, but I can say, well, it's. Let me just say that Eruku could mean like someone that is deadly in defending. Yeah. Um, okay. Francis is saying something. Yeah. I forgot to mention one player from defense. His game impressed every time Levi Colway. Levi Colway. Levi. Why I cannot say much about Levi is that he's just joined us. and he's really trying. But I will be able to give more comment about Levi. I will be able to comment him after a few games. I'm keeping an eye on him. So because there are some people who feel that the position is play, it should be, excuse me, it should be Ben Chilwell. But I'm actually, so far so good. The guy is really what? He's coping well. He's trying. And I like the combination of him. I like the combination of him and Disasi. I think they are bonding. Disasi and Levi, they are bonding now. They are really on. So I didn't even know that Silvers didn't play today. They are connecting well. Ikoko, Ajegu General. No talk over your jare. The guy never clicked two door. So yeah, I can never. That's why I can never talk about Levi now at the moment. But I could see that he's trying, but I cannot really. That's why I deliberately avoid talking about Levi because I've not been impressed yet. But I could see that he's bonding with Tisasi. Um, um, Yanro Akopama of Fanzaki today really deserve to start our next game again. Yes, Pama, the best thing is for Pochettino to stick to this winning team with a little adjustment. That's if I were to be the coach, that's what I would do. Yes, I saw some little mistake that Levi. I saw some little mistake that Levi was committing. But let's leave it like that. Yeah, I could the uh, as a person, as a player, I cannot talk about uh Levi as a player, as a single player, but I can talk about the connection, the partnership of Levi and Disasi. No, they are getting it right. Actually, they are connecting. Let me put it like that. They are connecting. Disasi also is committing some silly mistakes, so some little silly mistakes. But do you know what he does? He covers up. Sometimes he covers up. And I think what also noticed was that, I also noticed today was that we could not actually uh, pinpoint the mistake those defenders make because I noticed the midfielder were helping those defenders. That was what I noticed. You know, Kukurela was play out of his position today. But as you would have read it, many people have also confirmed that he was able to fall back and he was able to really play well to frustrate the Brighton, the striker. So I think there was a a beautiful communication between the midfielders and the defenders today. Even though Disasi, when he commits any error, Casedo goes there and cover up. When the Cucurella commits one error, you see someone also covering up. That was what I have seen today. Let me tell you, in any match, any player could make mistakes. There was a particular there was a particular mistake that I've forgotten the person that made that mistake. So now Brighton player now face Sanchez. He just not dead. I have said, oh, go but Sanchez save us. Sanchez save us again. So and it was an error of one person. I've forgotten the other person. That person just missed the tackles and the guy just loped the ball and he landed on the head of the Brighton player and he just nodded. I was thinking maybe that ball has entered the net, but Sanchez was there. Sanchez really saved us today. The only problem that Sanchez is having now is to play. Is the problem of playing out the ball, to the players. No, honestly, Brighton played today, but we absorbed them. That was what Chelsea did. And do you know what happened today? To tell you the truth, those Brighton balls that we bought, they what they absorbed the tension that was coming from Brighton players today. They know them. They know them, so they knew who to deal with. Casedo was great today. Cucurella was great today. Palmer was just, oh my god, that was just mesmerizing me, honestly. Uh let me read. Mr. Tijani said Palmer deserved starting till we have Christopher Nkunku back, as we said, but Raheem Sterling deserved bench in order to pave way. Honestly, I don't even want to hear Sterling again. I don't even want to hear Sterling. I don't want to hear Sterling. Mr. Aliyu, Sterling should be bringing into Chelsea match as backup player is best and nice option for Pochettino. Sterling was the Chelsea attacking problem. It's only spoiling Chelsea combination as a senior player concerned. Yes, yes. No, I'm already drinking, you know. I'm already drinking. I'm drinking water and Osan Wewe. Osan Wewe. You know, that will serve, you know, that's what we call oxytocin, you know. That will just you know, me, I don't need to be drinking all this sugary stuff. So I always take water and lemon. And I'm okay like that actually, because it's actually morning here. It's 5:38 a.m. here, not night. So that means I have missed my dinner. I will take breakfast, which is good because I will just have a little sleep, then do my daily routine on the treadmill, and before I start today's work. So it's not dinner again. It's actually gonna be breakfast in the next 2 hours because it's already 5:38 a.m. here. Uh, Mr. Carlos, we may be witnessing the beginning of a new era. I love this team. Honestly, we are witnessing, but I want our coach. I want our coach to really read what we are reading. You know, we fans, we are studying now. I hope Pochettino is also studying. Not that it will be on Saturday now. Pochettino will not come with another rubbish selection. For me, if I were to be the coach, I will stick with this winning team and do a little adjustment. Because you know Jackson will not play against Fulham. Jackson will not play because he's on on 5 yellow cards, so he will miss the next match. Well, that was why I said with a little adjustment, Pochettino needs to stick with this winning team with a little adjustment. And even if he's going to adjust anything, he should not bring in Sterling in the first half. And they talk more. That Idilo man yo. I don't want to speak the English interpretation of what I just said. Sterling man yo. We just gadi. Man yo, dear, is a woman. Let's just play music for us.
Hello, in the world of English club, there is something to explore.
The truth they are collected.
Some clubs, they struggle to win
But
on.
Chelsea to conquer every feat.
Chelsea ní bàbá ìyálà
We be
àwọn.
pride of
Ẹ̀kọ́
London.
kọ́ lọ win
We
Champions
have won
League
the
náà.
trophy.
Sorry to all Arsenal fans, you got some catching up to do.
Oh, Chelsea, you have won them all.
Arsenal fans don't be so blunt.
So now we come only to soccer.
For me, I believe, back from that short break. I believe that Sterling is Sterling is a little spoiler. Mr. Tijani said, you are creating fun with this Sterling saga. Oh. Sterling is a little spoiler. You know, it's not a noticeable spoiler, but is a spoiler in the secret. You won't know that he's the one spoiling the game. But let me tell you, don't let people know that I said it's a spoiler. It's a spoiler in disguise. Raheem Sterling is a spoiler in disguise. Because, and I have my reason for saying that. See the way passes were flowing today. There was no issue of saying that, okay, you should have passed that ball. No, there was nothing like that today. If he had passed, if he had given that pass to, there was no issue like that today. Everybody was just passing. Everybody was just enjoying that match because they were what the passes were what were just being created. There was a free flowing matches. Mr. Tijani, honestly, don't tell anyone. No, Sterling is our secret spoiler. He's spoiling, but in a secret way and in a discreet way. So, the best thing we could do is that to let Sterling to enter when it is 75, when we are maybe 75th or 88th minute, Sterling could enter. Or maybe if the coach wanted to could enter, yes, 10 minutes, okay. 10 minutes. Because Modric needs playing time. Modric is younger. Do you know? I have said, let me tell you, please ask yourself, what again does Sterling want to get from the league that he has not gotten? So Sterling does not have a stake. Modric has a stake. And that's why Modric deserves to be what? To be part of the lineup. He should be starting. As he's starting, he will be getting his confidence back. But how will you put Modric in the game when the game is about to end? You now bring him in the to play 15 minutes, to play 10 minutes. A player that we bought for 100M. Abba, 100M. He needs to play. Sterling needs to start from the bench. Maybe Ori Akpewa. Because I don't know what Sterling is playing. Oh, Mr. Tabo, it's been a long time. Mr. Tabo is saying something. Sterling is a big spoiler. Me, I was saying that he's a small spoiler. See now, Sterling is a big spoiler. That's the reason England coach dropped him from the squad last month. Can you see? Can you see now? Thank you, Mr. Carlos. Mr. Carlos, that's very kind of you. That's very kind of you. That's very kind of you. Please let's remember this channel in our prayers. We need to help Mr. Fulani channel grow by liking and sharing, hopefully before the end of the year. We rejoice together. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Carlos. Thank you. I try, I don't really lay emphasis on that. I know people are busy and I know everyone is just trying to also, but at the same time, we can grow together. Yeah. Yes, that's true, Mr. Carlos. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Carlos. I really appreciate your contribution. You, Mr. Tijania, Remo, and others, I really appreciate your contribution every time. Every time. There's no way I will come to your country without saying hello to you. Honestly, I have to say hello to you, Mr. Carlos. If I'm planning some trip to West Africa, so I will see how it pans out. I will need to see you if I land in your country. Okay, Black Point is our. Oh, Adefemi just said that. Adefemi Temitope Temilade just said that Blackburn will be our next opponent. And let me tell you, the issue of Blackburn, hey, but they are beatable as well. God will take control. God will take control. Yanolua, I'm with you, sir. Sterling is the game spoiler. He is the. That's why I said, Raheem Sterling is what? Is the game spoiler in disguise. I've said it, but it's not everyone that we agree. Raheem Sterling again is what? Is a spoiler in disguise. Sterling play much of service. Yes, D-Dot, classic. Good to see you. If it were Sterling that got the pass that Palmer got today, he will pass that ball. I am sure I can beat my chest for it. Sterling will not will not send that pass to Jackson at all. At all. Go and watch that even match. The way Palmer give that pass enter. Oh, enter pata opponent or defender. So I recognize you, Nobat Sango. Yeah. Thank you for being part. Destiny Young, Sterling would have not passed. Okay, thank God. I've not even seen this comment before I said it. Sterling would have not passed that ball to Jackson if he was the one with the ball. That's the truth. We know. We know. Like I've said, coach, you know this. Pochettino, you know this. Igida Eyefo is Sterling. The Yoruba people among us, we understand what I say. Igida Eyefo is Sterling. And what I've just said in Yoruba is that Sterling does not have any stake again. He has won the league. He has won everything in the league. So Igida Eyefo, if anything what becomes bad tomorrow like this, he will move. Yes, Blackburn. Blackburn. They say Black. Yeah, Blackburn. Olatunwo is asking me this question. Our opponent next round has been confirmed. We are facing Blackburn. What do you think? Yes, Blackburn is in the championship, I guess. They were once in the Premier League, especially in the late 80s and early 90s. And I think they also came back in early 2000 before they went back. And since that time, they have not come back again. So for me, I would say we should not underrate them. Those little clubs, we should not even under with the kind of problems that we have undergone. We should not underrate anyone. Winning this Carabao Cup will be a consolatory thing for all Chelsea fans around the world, since we are not participating in the Champions League. So it's not, I'm saying it now, it's not so evident that we are going to win the league. So winning Carabao Cup will be a consolatory gift for all Chelsea fans around the world. And that's why we should not belittle it. We should not underrate any club, whether they are in Champions League, where they are in Championship, or we should not underrate any club at the moment. So Blackburn, they are a fantastic club with good history. Yes, they have good history actually. But they have been on and off, on and off. They have been on and off from Premiership to Championship, even to Second League as well. So my own take is that I don't want to judge them by history because modern football is different from the ball we used to watch in the 90s and the 80s. Quite actually different. Actually, I could recall when we used to watch English for football matches in the 80s. But things have actually changed now. Things have actually changed. So we should not. Modern football is wow. It's technological. It's mathematical. It's scientific. It's psychological. It's what economic as well. There's a business side to it as well. It's sociological as well. So we should not. Thank you. Can you see? Mr. Tabo is saying Sterling has nothing to prove again as a player. He must be benched for the entire season. The coach will not want to bench him. He's now wasteful and a burden to the squad. Yes, we can say that again, actually. Why our board leaves Sterling of all people? I honestly, I was thinking Sterling will go to Saudi. But Pochettino supported him. That was why the board members left him. Pochettino was supporting him. Pochettino told the board that it was part of his plan. That was why they left him. The board wanted to sell him. But Pochettino said it's part of his own plan. So, yeah. Sterling's selfishness catch up with him in his old age. Send him on loan in the Asian League. He won't be saying the least that could happen is for him to go to Saudi and go and collect money. At least collect the retirement money. That's the least that could happen. Sterling is a boss killer. He's very lazy. Thank you, Destiny. Very lazy. Very lazy. The most paid and most experienced is the worst player. I said this in preseason. All the game he played in preseason, Angelo and Moreno did. Of course, you can't compare Angelo and Moreno with Jackson. They are young players now, and they have not won anything that is so spectacular. So Raheem Sterling has won a lot of things. So you don't, like I've said, he's a spoiler in disguise. But I hope people will open their eyes and see that he's a spoiler in disguise. So yeah, it's been a great moment to connect with you guys. Why is every coach first love is always Modric play well, but was sub off first? Things happen to players that we cannot explain. But from what I could see, that guy is suffering from psychological problem. All he needs now is to be given playing time. He would discover himself. You see, what he has is a problem of self-efficacy and self-esteem. I'm talking now as a professional. So he has that problem. He has lost confidence. So he's getting that confidence back as in being part of the lineup. So he's getting that. And what he needs, we have we have psychologists, club psychologists. They should be working on him. All he needs is, we could see that this guy has a pace, has everything. Only he just needs to believe himself, rediscover himself, and that's all. He's going to what? We are going to enjoy him, but he needs to be given playing time. Yes, it's been wonderful to connect with you again. This is my second live broadcast today. Thank you guys for your support. I can't do this alone without your support. Thank you. And on this note, I want to say, have a wonderful night. It's already morning here. So, Mr. Tijani. Okay. No, Mr. Tijani. I think Sterling is a spy. He was sent on Chelsea by Pep to destroy our play system. Tabo. Yeah. Wisdom. Omo, my fasting for Chelsea today, no day. I pray we continue winning. You. God hear our cry. But Modric needs to be taking shots, just like Vinicius. He has the capacity of doing that. Yes, the guy is on his way to get back, to get his confidence back. That's it. When he gets his confidence back, you will see. If you want to, in fact, people that have been watching their training session said that Modric is fantastic in the training. It's when he gets to the field, that's on the match day, that he will just be performing somehow. All he needs is to rediscover his confidence. If he gets the confidence back, and that's all. It's been a wonderful time with you guys, and I'm very happy to be with you. Let me just go on short break, then I will come back. Then we end the broadcast. Thank you, guys.
Hello, in the world of English club, there is something to explore.
The trophies they have collected.
Some clubs, so they struggle to win all.
But Chelsea to conquer every feat.
Chelsea ní bàbá ìyálàyà win all. Ẹ̀kọ́ kọ́ lọ win Champions League náà. Sorry to all Arsenal fans, you've got some catching up to do.
Oh, Chelsea, you have won them all.
Arsenal fans don't be so blunt.
So now we come only to soccer.
Yes, thank you so much for your support. My name is T. Benga Falaya. The blue is the color, and Chelsea is the name, and football is the game. Thank you. God bless you. Have a wonderful night. Odabo.
It is a preseason time. It is a preseason time. No darling, rárá, gbogbo Blues Army. The time to prepare for Premiership League is here. Oh. Blues Army, here we go. Ale, 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 ale.
When Premiership calls, time records the victory in us.
To win or lose, yo, not be the only thing. Not the way we play, yo. Ìyẹn náà ṣe kókó.
This is the chance we go take win league. This is the chance we go take win league.
Reaching for the top, oh, is our aim.
We are the pride of London.
Blue is the color. Football is the game.
Winning is ahead.
To be number one, oh, we go run like the wind.
Winning again and again.
Reaching higher.
Cause sky is blue.
This is what we want, oh, in this season. We want Chelsea to the win, but we've got to give it all. Ariwo ayọ̀ lágbàlá Chelsea. Ariwo ìdùnnú o lágbàlá Chelsea. Blues Army, ṣé you don dey feel am? Blues Army, ṣé you don dey feel it? Cause if we feel it, the world is at our feet. Arsenal no fit, yo. Liverpool no fit. No one fit hold us down.
Every league we want it.
Here we go, Blues Army. Ale, ale. Here we go. Ale, ale.
We go celebrate.
Ale,